point of a pre-order if it ain't pre-ordering? Come on. Come on. Sarah J. Maas loves her man obedient. We have already had 2 or 3 sex scenes, so thank God we're sorted there. Plot! Okay, I'll have sex with him, that'll help the situation. Of course. So bored of them having sex. Hello, fellow book nerds! Tomorrow is the release date of Crescent City 2's House of Sky and Breath. I am so excited. I just wanted to pop in, since I look nice, say hello to the vlog. This is gonna be spoiler-filled, read by read, page by page. No, it's gonna be like, not page by page, but I'm gonna talk to you spoilers. We're gonna discuss the book, we're gonna open it, we're gonna be so excited. I have a vlog of the first book, of reading the first book, and it's the favorite vlog I've ever done. I've had so much fun and I love rewatching it. So I hope we can emulate that feeling. Like I said, I'm gonna check in tomorrow, but I just wanted to say hi. So I'm sick. I took a day off work because I'm sick. And I should be reading House of Sky and Breath right now. But I'm not. Because it didn't come yet. Don't mind my nails, they're disgusting. It's not here. And it was dispatched yesterday. And today it came out. What's the point of a pre-order if it ain't pre-ordering? It's here. It's here! Okay, so it is the 16th, Wednesday, almost 3 p.m. So, you know, took their sweet time, but it's okay. But it's alright. It's here. That's big. That's a big book. It's literally wedged there in. Come on. Come on. Whatever you are. Wow. It's slightly less ugly in person. I'm gonna say that. It's slightly less disgusting. Of course, the fucking stick. It's so big. Huh? Okay, this is a Waterstone special edition. I don't actually know what's special about it, but I paid £20 for it, so you know, it better be special. It has a sticker, that's what's special about it, really. Okay, it has 1 extra chapter. 800? Nearly. Not quite. Yeah, no, 800. It has 800 pages. The way I paid £4 extra for delivery for it to get here a day late. I'm so lucky. Waterstone, stop it. Giving me my money's worth. Okay, so I don't know why, but I've been procrastinating starting this book. I just keep thinking that I need to start it, and I don't want to, and I don't know why. I'm scared. I rewatched my vlog where I read the first book to like try to remember stuff, and I have to read about 100 pages a day. Hopefully it's not as confusing as the first one in the beginning, although I don't really remember much. Like, I remember things I said in a vlog, but I didn't exactly explain the plot. I was just like, oh my god, Hypaxia, I love you. I was so excited, and I'm like scared. What if it's bad? And it's so long. I think because I also read so much from Blood and Ash, because I read the first 2 books in the last like 2 weeks, and I started the 3rd one. I'm just like, I'm kind of all out in that type of book, but we're gonna make this happen, and I'm gonna love it. And 100 pages I'm gonna read today, just right here. Also, this might be common knowledge, but do you think there's gonna be 4 books and they're gonna be called this in the next one is House of Many Waters. And also, why is it House of Many Waters or not House of Water and Fins? I don't know. Seems lazy to me. Maybe it's not. Okay, so I just finished the prologue, which was long. Was that like 20 pages? 21 pages of prologue. We meet this new character, Sophie, and she's a Thunderbird / human and is part of the resistance and just saved her brother from like a work camp. And we're led to believe she was murdered, but I don't think she was. And plot twist, wouldn't it be cool if she got with Bryce? Like, you know how Sarah J. Maas always has a different love interest in the end, and all the first book was just like putting soap in your eyes. I think, although I like Hunt, I think it'd be cool to make it gay this time. Out of all of her characters, if anyone's gonna be bi, it's gonna be Bryce. I don't even know, she might be bi in canon, I don't remember. But that'd be cool. That's just a little rant I have. Not a rant, just like putting it into the universe. I mean, Sarah J. Maas, so it's not gonna happen, but I'm putting it out there. Well, hello. It is the following morning, and I didn't meet my goal yesterday, but I did get to it today. So I am on page 124, which is chapter 12. And let's talk about it. I mean, to be fair, I feel like not that much has happened. We do have quite a lot of POV characters. I don't remember if that was the case in book 1, but whatever. I think the biggest news is we got introduced to Cormac. And, listen, I think we all know where this is going. Do we care? That's the thing. I don't know. I feel like, obviously, Cormac, betrothed to Bryce, she doesn't want it. He seems like an absolute asshole. So I'm thinking he's probably gonna end up endgame, you know, because that's how we roll. So apparently he went to the Oracle and she told him, the Oracle of Avalon said I was destined to unite with a princess who possessed a star in her heart, that our mingling would bring great prosperity to our people. So obviously, I do think this is a misdirect, as Bryce points out. That's super vague, and you can interpret that in many, many ways. And at this point, it would be more subversive not to change the love interest from hand or do something new and interesting with it, like get together with Sophie. Also, Sophie, not on the bottom of the river, as I predicted. I just want to put it out there. I like following this Farian character because I like mermaids. And that's pretty much my thoughts. I want to read another 80 pages today. That's the goal, 200 pages. Okay, I am starting to see cracks. Cracks because basically that mayor per man just came and told Bryce and Hunt and everyone that Emilio and Sophia are missing. We want to find them and help them. And of course, Bryce is like, yes, yes, yes. This is my problem now. I will take this on. This is my business. My business, because it always is. And then Hunt's like, that's a bad idea. And that's how you know he's not endgame. Because Sarah J. Maas loves her man obedient, okay? If the main protagonist says, you will do X, no question, no hesitation, no differing of opinions. If the main protagonist wants to sacrifice her life, wants to endanger herself and everyone else she knows, then the male of interest says, how high do I jump? That's how she likes him. And that's what we're not getting, because Han's like, I don't know if this is a good idea. If the protagonist is not altruistic to the point of absolute stupidity, Sarah J. Maas doesn't want them. And I feel like this is the beginning of an end for Hunt. He didn't say how high when she said jump. That's it. Can't believe I've not addressed this. How did I forget? Cormac, what a way, if he is the Rysand, why was he introduced as the cousin? Oh, I can't. Cormac is Agent Silverbow, aka the rebel that is allegedly in love with Sophia. What? She's definitely gonna end up with Cormac, isn't she? She has a thing for rebels. Okay, we're 200 pages in. And we just learned some interesting stuff. So Cormac is a rebel, kind of. And he's Agent Silver something. Interesting. It definitely looks like he might be in love with Sophie. This definitely changes things. This is the big plot twist of how will he become the main love interest. Me and my conspiracy theory. Although I don't know. So they just had that big conversation in the house and decided they might work together, and Bryce agreed that they're gonna pretend to be engaged so that they can hang out and solve this mystery, as well as he's gonna help her train. So, you know, we love it when the mentee, they get together. I mean, that's such a Sarah James trope, isn't it? Like, didn't Rowan teach Aelin about her powers? Like, that's how they started. Rhys definitely helped Feyre at some point as well. So it's like a whole thing. But anyway, doesn't matter. And then also Cormac said, I just don't like the name Cormac, I'm sorry. He said something that makes me believe he's gonna be endgame. Hunt said, hard to enjoy being free, Hunt countered darkly, if you're dead. Cormac opened the door, stepping into the swirling shadows. I can think of no better reason to yield my life. Oh, we love a good sacrifice, so... First, pink. Pink is for love. Bryce was like, yeah, we're not waiting till winter solstice. But now they have to pretend they're not together in public because she's engaged. It's all working. I feel like maybe I should contribute something of actual value. This is actually so much less confusing than book one, obviously because most of the world building is done. And I still think, you know, a little dictionary, a little like, you know, like some words explained would not have been hard. Because majority of the words, I don't actually understand what they mean. And there's like so many different places or whatever. Like there's a map, right? But a map is just of the city. I don't know what the world looks like, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, what I was trying to say is so much less confusing. Like you actually kind of understand what's happening because all that work was done. Because I remember this, like 200 pages was a slog in book one. I was so confused. But this one, like today, like yesterday I was tired, I didn't want to read. But today, I read like 150 pages and it's only 5:47, so we can definitely get further in. Hopefully finish this a bit earlier. Bye! I am also calling it right now. Farian and Ethan, they're gonna get together. I see a little romance brewing. Part 2, bitches! Hello, I am on page 318. Yes, 17. Just finished chapter 27. We just said the word mate. As in like Bryce and Hunt. They were like, what do we call each other? And then he was like, mates, because apparently it means something different to angels. Like it's like husband and wife, but then for Faye it's like super intense. And it's like we're soul bonded on molecular level. We're one thing. They literally said that. To the Faye, we're bound on a biological molecular level. There is no undoing it. Is a biological thing. It can be. Some Fae claim they know their mates from the moment they meet them. Then there's some kind of invisible link between them. A scent or soul bond. I don't know, it was very anticlimactic. They were like, are we mates? Yeah, I guess we should call each other mates. Well, Bryce is like, that's a bit intense. But then she does go with it in the end. She says like, if you're not my mate, who is? So I don't know. It felt anticlimactic. So, you know, here I am. I'm just picking up all of these clues. What else happened in the last 100 pages? Like a lot, but at the same time, not a lot. There was like reef creatures came and were like the Prince of Hell wants to fight you 1v1, let's go. And they were like, you need to train so that you don't embarrass yourself because he wants a worthy opponent. And I thought that was funny. I'm very disappointed because we've not heard from Hypaxia whatsoever yet. Although I'm thinking, is she the Daylight? The agent. So they're okay. So Cormac was an agent recruited Run to communicate with one of their like sources in the Asteri, in the like super top, I don't even know Asteria are like star thingies, a command, and apparently there's someone there that might even be an Asteri but not necessarily, that is a spy and is giving them information. Just got a different thought. He's giving him them information. This person's giving them information. It's a woman, and Ran's been recruited because he can like talk to someone through his mind. And there's a woman, and we just see her as being bathed in fire, but we don't know who she is. But this time Ran saw her, and he was like, "You sound familiar." She's like, "Ah, we never met." And he's like, "How'd you know we never met if you don't know who I am?" Because he's like veiled too. And she's like, "Well, we've never met." So I'm like, is it Hypaxia? Because I want them to be together forever because I really like her. But she's not been in this book at all. And maybe it's someone else, but then I feel like that person's gonna have some kind of romance with Ron. I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot that we want to cover, but not everyone has time. At the same time, it's not even that much happened. Like, we're already this far into the book. And I feel like it's kind of barely kicked off. Like, we keep talking about doing things and having training and discovering things, but we've not really done any of that yet. We have already had 2 or 3 sex scenes, so thank God we're sorted there. Plot, kind of there. Forgive my disheveled appearance. It's Saturday and I'm reading in bed. So the Hind just showed up, and my little brain was like, what if she is secretly the rebel spy that gives Daybreak, that gives information to Rune? But now we find out, well, maybe we knew this, but I didn't, that she is Hypaxia's half-sister, aka Rune's fiance. Interesting. And this all checks out because the Hind was the one that ordered Sophie to be like drowned. But it's a bit strange because she didn't torture her, didn't press for any information, they didn't ensure she's dead. It just like kind of put her in the water, was like, let's hope for the best, sis. But it would make sense if she was secretly on the rebel side, because then she could go back or send someone back to save Sophie, and that's how Sophie didn't drown, allegedly. We don't know, but that would make sense. I call it. I made it 400 pages in, which is pretty much bang on halfway through. And like, I've been checking with my random funny thoughts, but not like proper check in, let's chat about it, because I don't really have that much to say. It's not boring, but I'm not dying to pick it up, and not that much has happened. It just feels a little bit like the main goal of this book is to find Sophie and Emile, and it's been halfway through the book, and they went to see 2 places half-heartedly. Right, I've read 400 pages. That's way longer than a normal standard novel, right? Not even a novella, just a normal book, 300 pages, you know. But no, not this one. This one's 400 pages. Yeah, it just feels like we've barely made any strides. We've made baby steps. We've not done anything, and it's a little bit boring. And I'm hoping it'll get more interesting. But I have nothing to talk to you about. I'm just nothing. I'm starting to think that the Hind, I was wrong, and the Hind was not a day person. They really sound like they're not even living in the city. I don't know. Sounds like a sheltered person. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like all these things that I was excited about and were set up in like the first 4th quarter didn't even pay off. Like, Bryce not had 1 training session with Cormac yet. Maybe he's not the one, whatever. I don't know, because we've literally not heard from him, probably around 100 pages. And then like we hear so much from Ethan, which is cool with me, but like, yeah, again, same. I thought maybe we know something about Sophie in the middle, and it's just like all these things that were supposed to be happening, I feel like they're not happening. And I'm like, we just take a 100-page break from the actual what this book is saying it's gonna be to just like hang out. I don't know. I'm confused. Self-care night. I look gorgeous, don't I? Finally, first training with Cormac. I'm excited. This is meant to bubble. We'll see if it bubbles. Okay, I'm once again kind of convinced that I'll come back to you when I'm taking this off. Okay, what I was trying to say was that I am now convinced that Bright, the agent that's talking to Rin, that's like a traitor and a rebel sympathizer, is the Hind, because they were just chatting with Ron and having a good old time, and then she got woken up by someone because they wanted to have sex with her, and she was like, okay, fine, whatever. And she's like, I hate him, no one knows it, but I do, he disgusts me. Then why do you sleep with him? Because alongside, it's complicated. Yeah, anyway, it's Hind, and she's sleeping with that Pollux guy, whatever, because they're dating, apparently in love. But in reality, she hates him, just like Pollux, who's not really Pollux or whatever his name is. Who's not really like all too into this being evil thing, but we're forced into it. I like it. I'm already 466 pages in, so we've done some more progress. Not that much more happened, but some things happened, and I don't know. I'm setting timers so that I actually read, because I need to get through this book. 518 pages in, and I think I was wrong because Sophie's dead. So the Hind didn't orchestrate, and we're like seeing the body now. So the Hind didn't orchestrate it, I guess. Interesting. Maybe I'm wrong about Hunt as well. So him and Bryce had sex. Well, okay, so first he went into... Okay, a lot happened. They went to see this mecha suits, which is like this new weapon that the Asteri have against humans, and humans have like stolen it. And then Bryce and Farian and Bryn and Cormac and Hunt went to see it, and then the humans were like, we need to like copy this technology, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna kill everyone, whatever. And then Hunt was like, well, we can't let that happen, so he like exploded all of them. And then they had to escape from not only the humans rebel, but then the Hind came with like all of the other Asteri, not Asteri, but the other angels to like apprehend them, but the Hind saw them and no one else saw them. And then they were rescued by this random boat from the Queen of Seas or whatever. So now we're in the Queen of Seas place, and Hunt went into some kind of like frenzy because he's the mate, so he's super protective over Bryce. And it's like he couldn't think. He was just like, I will literally fry everyone in this water, including her brother, her friends, if she's fine. So I didn't like that. And then he was like super crazy, couldn't get out of it. He's like crackling lightning or whatever. And then Bryce was like, okay, I'll have sex with him, that'll help the situation. Of course. So they have sex, and then they like merge their powers, and like they take each other's powers, and then Bryce can teleport. I guess they're really the end game, I guess. See, that's the thing though, because Sarah J. Maas has this track of making the love interest, the first love interest, not the like final love interest. And it's not a bad thing, I guess. It's just like what comes from that is the fact that everyone's like paranoid and thinking, oh, Hunt's not gonna be endgame. And I don't know if he is, but I'm not getting invested in him. and Bryce, because I keep thinking that he's not gonna be it, and he's gonna do something, something's gonna happen, it's gonna be someone else, and like I'm not invested because of that, because I keep him at a distance. Like I don't particularly love him either way, like I'm not crazy about him. He's fine. Actually, I think when Ethan was talking about Bryce and how much he loved her, because he loved her when he was like a kid, and then they met in college, and he met her, and 10 minutes later he was like, I want to marry that woman, but it turns out his brother's into her, whatever. That convinced me more of his sweetness and his devotion. I mean, I don't want them together necessarily, because I don't think she feels the same way, and like whatever. I'm just using it as an example of I really felt his love, and I don't know, I just don't, like, I feel like Ethan gave me concrete reasons why he loves her, what's awesome about her, and I think Bryce is a pretty cool character. I like her too. Whereas with Hunt, we've never had this like, she's this and that. Well, maybe we did, but I don't know, I just didn't have the same impact on me. I don't know, I'm just not very invested in them, and I think it doubles down because I don't know if he's endgame or not, so I'm just like trying to look for clues that he's not the one. Oh man, I'm talking to you and I'm only like 5 pages from part 3, so maybe I should have talked to you then. Okay, not much happened, but we are on part 3, the pit. Hi. I'm not gonna lie to you. The sex scenes are not doing it for me. I don't know what it is. I am so bored of them having sex. I think with books, right, unless you're reading an erotica novel, which that's the purpose of it, to just have sex, so fine. You gotta be conservative, not in a sense that you have to make it explicit, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the pining is the best thing, and then anticipation is the best thing, but I've already had sex 10 times in this book, and I'm not even finished, and I don't care, and it's not sexy anymore, just something I have to get through, or kind of skip it. Just like skim read it. I feel like the first book, that was really hot because they just had that one, it wasn't even proper sex. It was just, you know, magical. But this book is just like, again. I don't know, it just all feels so anticlimactic. I feel like your main couple getting together should not be anticlimactic. In other news, Hypaxia is back. In my video where I read the first book, I said she was my favorite character, so I've been very excited for her to come back. I don't remember anything about her or why I liked her, but I wanted her to come back because if she's my favorite character, and there you go. And so far she's not really had too much to do, but you know, I'm excited for this to go somewhere. Oh my god, I thought they killed off Ethan and I was gonna be really annoyed, but don't worry, Hypaxia are girls here and she saved him because she's a boss-ass bitch. What is it? So Bryce is now officially the princess because she kept throwing the title around, being like, do what I want, I'm the princess. And her father came and was like, fine, you want to throw the title around? That's you accepting that you're my daughter, you're accepting you're a princess, I'm changing your name legally. I mean, a dick move, but at the same time, she's so shocked. And I'm like, consequences of your actions. You know what I mean? And it's so weird because it's like they're acting like they're married with Hunt because they're the mate thing. And she did say, to be fair, that Faye treat that like a more serious than marriage. Like, that's it, you're mates. So he's a prince now. But Hypaxia actually charged Bryce because Bryce and Hypaxia got attacked by a demon. Almost killed Ethan, which I was upset. She asked Hypaxia to like use her healing power on her star thing so that she would be charged with like power and could teleport, and she could, so it's nothing special about Hunt necessarily, so that's cool though, because I don't know, I thought it was just special because it's him, but no, anyone can charge her, which is very interesting and quite cool. Hi. Oh my god, I think I'm in shock. The secret level of Hypaxia is Celestine? Not Celestina? I thought it was Farron because they had a whole conversation about how they miss each other in private. I'm so cool. Is she like getting around her? Okay, 700 pages in. Axion was Danica's mate. And they found out what those coordinates meant on Sophie's dead body, and it's a room. Very excited about this big life-altering, war-altering thing they're gonna find out. Like, it's quite an interesting mystery to be going on. They keep like referencing it, and I like that Danica's thing was like she tried to find out like where the wolves came from, because in this world, like, the whole thing is that humans used to have like a very advanced civilization. I don't know if it's supposed to be like our civilization or what, but then it was like a human civilization. It was advanced, and then the Asteri came with like everyone else basically and took over, and now humans are subjugated. So I really like that we're like finding all of that out. It feels very interesting. Like, I love this kind of crap when it was like a world used to be something else before what it is now, and it's like that, the intricacy of that is like my jam. So that makes me happy. Morning's clip was about Celestina and Hypaxia dating. Love that. My queen. I said she's my favorite character. I mean, I don't remember why, but I said she's my favorite character, and now look at her. Lesbian queen. So we found this thing out about one of the princes of Hell, I think, was like the lover of previous Starborn queen, and Hell and the Starborn people and Fae were like aligned and stuff. I'm really curious where that's going. I only have about 100 pages now left, which feels crazy because I barely read today, but I feel like I actually got through like a decent amount, and I'm actually interested and I want to keep reading. Books like this, it's like, you know, the ending will be good. The middle might be a bit boring, so it's like getting there. It's kind of hard, but considering how big this book is, I've also not been struggling my way through it. I'm deciding if I want to go to the gym and then finish the book, or I should just finish the book, or can I even finish it today? 100 pages is not a lot. I'm in two minds about it. Oh, look what I did. Matchy. I just wanted to share that. Okay, it's happening. The last 80 pages. Hopefully I can read this quickly. Actually, do we want any predictions, any thoughts? I know the last chapter is going to be tricky. Everyone keeps saying that. Something that's been bugging me about this book, and I kind of gave up caring because of that, because it bugs me in all of Sarah J. Maas's books, is how the main character, they're in a tight situation, don't know what's happening. Oh, bam, it's not a problem, because the main character has been planning this whole secret plan this whole time, and that pisses me off because it's kind of like breaking of the contract and the understanding you have with the reader. The main character, like, why would they not refer to this at all in their own mind? Why would they not think about it even once? Why would they pretend they're thinking like that's not happening? That just makes no sense. And it happened in Throne of Glass, it happened in Qatar, and it's happening here. And it really just cheapens it, because you can't be invested if you know the author's just gonna pull the rag out of you and just come up with some bullshit thing that the main character, because she's so smart, has been planning for 2 months without ever giving it away in her POV or in any of her thoughts, you know, any of her conversations. It just pisses me off. I don't like that. So I'm sure the finale will be full of that. Bryce has already done that multiple times. I don't know, I'm ready for a big plot twist. Let's go. Okay, just finished chapter 71, which means I have about 50 pages left. So we learned the secret. Bryce found out that the Asteri kind of are like batteries, and basically all of the first light and second light that's generated from people dropping and giving their power to those gate thingies, and when they're dead, like they put their souls through this thing. I don't really understand it. That powers them up, the Asteri, so they're kind of like, yeah, like batteries. Interesting, because that's kind of what Bryce is too. Like she has the star and needs someone else's power to charge her up, and they're being charged like that too a little bit. So interesting. So this is not like a one-off. They've been going around the universe and what's my hair doing and conquering different planets, but like it's so interesting because it says like this one planet was terminated, too little supply, this planet provided a united front, evacuated, so they actually escaped. This is very interesting. Okay, so basically every other species that's not human was like brought to this world by Asteri as well. Okay. This is turning into a sci-fi. Okay, so hell was another planet. It's not like our hell, like hell with one L. Apparently, they saw through them, chased them off, and now they can go between worlds. So what we thought was afterlife ain't. Oh, so okay, so one of the princesses of hell was like, you need to let us in, Bryce, because we fought with you in the past. And then she was like, no way in hell. And he's like, once you find out the truth, you're gonna. And here it says we cannot allow hell people to come because they might defeat us. So I think we're gonna see some hell princes. Oh no, they know she's there. Okay, so the Starborn people have closed off all of the gates, so the Asteri cannot go to any other realm. Okay, so shifters are also they. Cormac just kamikazed himself, but I don't believe he's dead. I don't think so. But he sure as hell did explode, so there's that. The Murdoch Dreadwolf thingy just said, maybe it's because your sent is wrong, Angel. Not like any other angel I've sent it to hunt. Intriguing. I was right though, the harpy, the Farkas. Harpy. What? Harpy? No, hind. Oh, what? And Run smells like the hind now. I'm too smart. Let me mark this occasion because I'm so smart. Blue was gonna be for sad, but there was like nothing sad, so we're gonna use blue. For Gabby's the smartest person there is. Look at them working as a couple. Oh man, she's gonna leave them. She's gonna leave them and go to hell? Wait, what? Long live the queen, I mean, can't argue with that. Man, she left. Oh man, is he becoming a slave again? No. Wow. Okay. Okay, chapter 78. Oh, she didn't go to hell. She went to the Fey world. What if this is like Akatar crossover? Wait, what? Sarah J. Maas Cinematic Universe what? I don't even know. Okay, so Bryce just used the horn to get to the original Fae world, which is the Akatar universe, and she just met Rysand and Feyre or whatever, but we only heard Rysand's name, and she was like, "Oh my god, he looks just like Ron, my brother," and I'm like, what? Alright, I got 10 minutes before I have to go see Anne Juliet in the theaters, so let's talk about it. So, Heist of Sky and Breath. I must say, a major disappointment. This book was boring. It had so many points where it could have been interesting, but then it just fumbled every single one of them. Cormac could have been interesting. Farian could have been interesting. Rune and Day were mildly interesting. Hunt and Bryce could have been interesting. Emil could have been interesting. Sophia could have been interesting. We introduced a lot of things that could have been interesting in the first 200 pages and then spent 600 pages doing jack shit. Nothing? Nada? I'm sorry, but it was so boring. Like I already said, I hate it. I hate it that Bryce just like pulled out solutions out of her ass. Then we get villain monologuing again, but done so much worse than book one. Ultimately, it's just every character, every relationship, every plot point fell so flat on its face. It's scary. I just watched Pierre's review, and she said something like, so much happened, but nothing happened. And that's so true. Nothing of value happened in this book. Why did it need to be 800 pages? And I don't understand what you fill 800 pages with if it's not content. It's just 800 pages of kind of flat fluff. I just thought it was so mediocre. I'm sorry. No interesting things were done. Bryce just didn't feel like herself. And the interesting setting that I think this is, like, I absolutely love the fact that this is like modernized urban kind of fantasy, but still a high fantasy. I love that. I thought that was so unique in book one, and it was done well and it was used interestingly. But in this book, hell no, so boring. Like, we could have been anywhere. The ending, although it was like shocking, it wasn't shocking for the right reasons. I wasn't like gasping because I was so interested and excited. I was just like, wow, this lady knows what she's doing. Like, make your bank, sis, whatever, but this is terrible. The two stories do not go together whatsoever. I think usually in these situations you actually kind of lose a little bit of the charm of the original characters when you try to like hammer them into a situation that's so out of their wheelhouse. Like, that's a high fantasy fae world, and then you bring them into this modern world. I mean, it could be done interestingly. I'm not saying it couldn't. Like, it's a very interesting situation we find ourselves in, because how do you utilize them? And also, like, what's the next book in the Hakater sequel series is gonna be about? I have no clue. Some say Elaine. Okay. Pierre just said some people say make her evil, and you know what? Yeah, sure, go us this. But like, I don't think like it's gonna blend that well. I just don't have high hopes. I'm gonna read the book. Pierre just said there's one book left, so maybe it's a trilogy, this series. I thought it was a quarter because there's 4 houses. And why is it House of Sky and Breath? There was nothing in particular, especially Fae and Angels, that we discovered. I don't know if I've said this before. I definitely had this thought before. Major downer. I spent so long reading this book. At least book 1, I actually thought it was second best Sarge Maas, probably after second Akatar book. I don't know, maybe if I was younger. No, but see, this argument doesn't work here, because I was gonna say, maybe if I was younger, I would have enjoyed this. This is an adult book. I'm 24. 24 adult book? Like, am I not the prime audience for this? But this just felt so Akatar. Like, it's the same thing. And oh my god, the sex scene's so boring. I did not care about them at all. There was so many of them, and like, I'm not invested in Bryson Hunt at all. I don't even care that he went back to being a slave in the end. At the moment, I was like, oh no, that sucks. But then I'm like, I hate it when they just go in circles. And why did we even read this if we're gonna be double in the same place? I like that Bryce left and try to go to hell, but we could have done something interesting in hell. I don't think we're gonna do anything interesting in Akatar. So I'll read the next book, like, yeah, duh, I'll read it. But this, I want to give it 3 stars because I'm not mad at it enough. It didn't even make me mad, that's the thing. I'm not even mad enough to give it a bad rating. I just feel, meh, it was fine. When I think about it too hard, nothing happened in it. At the end of the day, I'm not mad I read it. I've had this wonderful experience with you. It was fun. But after how much I loved my experience reading the book 1, how much I cried, how much I cared, this is just kind of not it. This is just sad. And I remember how invested I was in the sexual tension between Bryce and Han. Like, it was done so well. I was so invested. What happened? I could not give a damn about any of these people. Kind of like Ruin. Even Ethan, they ruined. I felt he had some potential, but no. When the Water Snow Special Edition, 100% not worth it. Sorry to end on a sour note. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, your theories. What did you think about the book? I would love to know all of this information. Please, if you read it, like, talk to me about it. If you didn't read it and you just wanted to watch this vlog to find out the tea, hello, welcome. What did you think? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you comment, like, and subscribe, I really appreciate it. It really does help me out. But that's it from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!